Welcome to the Game Hacking Dojo. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to get zero load in Cyberpunk. So I have here 19 of load in inventory load, and to get like zero, we first have to find the load that we have. So first, let's find out what this number is. So, this one is 19. Hopefully you can see it. Now we go to the cheat engine and we search for 19. However, if we search for 19 as 4 bytes, we're not going to find the value because this value is a float type value. And what's the difference between float type and integer type or 4 byte? Float types are the same size as 4 byte values. However, one is called floating point number, the other one is called an integer. So integers can hold whole numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, etc. However, floating point numbers can hold decimal points, so they can be more accurate. However, they are shorter in range compared to integers. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's go and search for float. And to prove my point, I could just go to the game and show you here that I've got, for example, I have those trousers here, and they have they have used of my load 0.7, and that proves my point that the load we're looking for, which is 19 at the moment, is actually a float number. So anyway, let's go back to cheat engine. All right. Now we're searching for 19. Let's and first we take simple values only as well. Almost. Alright, we found all these results. We have some fluctuating. So let's go back to the game. So let's drop something that we have. In this case, I have these shorts that I don't care about. Hey, sorry I had something to sort out. But now, let's drop the shorts. Okay, to drop that, we have to press X. Now, no items in the inventory. And now we can see that I've got the item here on the ground. Anyway, now let's go to cheat engine and search for decreased value. Now, decreased value, yep, and next scan. Now we found, yeah, okay. Now let's pick it up. Let's go back to the game and pick it up. How do I pick it up? Can someone help me? Okay, so I'll take it. Alright, at this point my inventory load has increased, so I could search for an increased value. Okay, let's go to cheat engine and now we go for increased value. Now unchanged value. I know that the value I'm looking for is actually about 19, because what I could see in the inventory here is that it's actually 19, but we don't see the difference whenever I'm dropping it and I'm picking it up. I'll show you now. And that's because the load value, the load that these shorts take, is pretty insignificant for this number to show anything. So now I could search for decreased value and unchanged value. Let's go back to cheat engine to see how many results we've got. Not okay. We have these unchanged. However, we could search for exact value and search for 19. And next scan. Alright, now I'm gonna pick this up. Now I could search for increased value, unchanged value, unchanged value, unchanged value. Okay, we have 3 almost. We have this one, those are 19, and those are the same value. Okay, that's great. Those 2 changed, we don't need them. So, we know that it's probably either this or this, because those are the only 2 that represent the same number. Well, they are not exactly 19, and in the game, we can only see that it's 19, and that's because it doesn't show the float number. Or the floating point. So let's go back to cheat engine and change one of these values to 0 and see which one of them does affect the value we're looking for. Let's go back to the game. Now, although I changed the value in the cheat engine, I still can see 19. Does that mean that the other value is the responsible one? Maybe not, because I have to leave the inventory and then come back to it again to see if any changes happened or take effect. As you can see, it's 0 here. So that is, hopefully, the value we're looking for here. This one. And this one is not, apparently. To find out if I could find the cap at this point, which is the 200, we could right-click the address we found and select Browse this memory region, and in a way to find out whether there is any address that holds the 200 that we're looking for nearby this address, because usually, most of the time, those addresses are going to be stored in a similar region or probably right next to each other, so they're going to be very close. So let's try that approach and see if there is. So browse this memory region, and the place we're interested in is this bottom part here. Now we're gonna see just a bunch of numbers like this, but if we right click here, anywhere here, and we select the display type, and we change it to whatever the type we're interested in, so it will only show it as this. It will not change the value as something. It will just show it as something. So it's going to we're going to see it as float, since the value we found already is float. So if it's not float, it's going to be something irrelevant to us, or something we can't really make any sense of. So now this is the value we found, and it's going to be placed right at the corner. If we didn't scroll up and down, we could just do it again and browse this memory region. It's gonna place it here. Let's scroll a bit and I'll show you. Now keep an eye on the memory viewer and see what happens. So it places it right at the corner, and this way I could see if there is something next to it or something behind it, maybe here. Oh, is it? Not sure. Ah, here it should be, but there isn't. So I can't see any 200s in here, and I'm not sure if I could find it around here. Apparently there isn't. So does that mean we can't do the trick? No, we already have done the trick, and you could either do the trick by increasing your cap so you can get as much as you want, as much load as you want, or you could just decrease the actual load you have, and then you would never hit the cap. And both of these approaches would do uh, would do the trick. So now in this particular game, we couldn't find the cap, but in other games, most of the games, you using this technique, you would find the cap. So browsing the memory region to browsing the memory region of a very relative address would lead you to the value you're looking for, to the constant value you're looking for. Now, to keep this value, if I try to use assembly and make a script for this value, it's going to be pretty difficult in this particular game, for this particular game, because you need a lot of skill to do this, and there is a lot of tracking to make a script for anything in this game. So I'd suggest, although I don't like it, I'd suggest that you make pointer scans. And what is pointer scanning, I could explain in the next video. So if you're happy with this, I could just show you how to make pointer scans in the next video. So for today, we're done, and thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.